Hi guys, and welcome back to Archie Hamilton Racing and to another video where today this is going to be exciting. You join me where I've just arrived at Saxton's 4x4. You may be aware of who these guys are. These are the guys where I bought my Range Rover Sport SVR, where I know I didn't have it very long. That is one thing that has been on my channel, but as you are aware, I made a video recently talking about that I am on the hunt to find my new supercar, but a car which is under £100,000. And what we're going to be doing in this video is there is one car specifically which I really do want to see up close, obviously to help me with my decision, and that is a Mercedes AMG GTR. I looked through all the comments on the video where I said that I was getting my supercar and everything, and that was one of the cars which stood out the most. And obviously with the current situation in the world, there are a lot of measurements which are in place because dealerships are now open again. That's one of the reasons why I'm here as well. It's really exciting that dealerships are now open, but there are very strict social distancing measures in dealerships these days, and we are going to show you what these are like. And Paul Wallace is here.
We're back, baby.
Keep your distance.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good.
Slightly awkward.
It is a little bit different these days.
We're not allowed to hug each other.
We're not allowed to hug each other, and yeah.
Not even allowed to travel in the same car.
You're not allowed to travel in the same car. Paul has turned up in his Ford Focus ST.
Yeah,
I had to have a think about that one.
It's been covered in bird poo with how much it's spent underneath trees.
It has.
In lockdown.
But it's good to see you, mate. It has been a while.
And you're looking tan.
I am looking very tan, I know.
Yeah.
Don't have any hair on my arms, but that's fine. Anyway, but yeah, I've travelled down in my A45. Before we go inside and have a little look about what is here, you're on the hunt for your new daily. This is what is going on your channel.
Yes. Not necessarily here.
No.
But this car was supposed to go back middle of April.
Yeah.
So now that we are now in June, I've still got it. This could get collected at any time, so I'm now in the process of organising a new daily driver. This is obviously a long-term loaner, so I don't own this. I'm going to be buying the next car so I can fiddle around with it and mod it until it explodes.
Which what you're brilliant at. We're all good at that. I've not modded that, by the way. But yeah, no, what are your options?
Based on the last video, they've actually got a car in here that I might have a look at on your vlog.
Come and have a look.
RS6, RS3.
Old RS6 before we...
Yes, yeah, not the new one.
Yes.
I don't want to lose 50k.
No.
Or lose to a Eurus.
Hey! He's here all week.
I'm intrigued by the Alpha Junior Quadrifoglio just purely because of how many people have suggested that, but also like the M cars, the BMW M2 comps, the M3 comps, the M4 comps. They're just so good.
Look what they have here. F-Type SVR. That's a bit of you, that. Very nice. Look at that. Woo!
Matches your age.
There she is. Get a straight pipe on her.
That's already got an in-canal exhaust system.
Okay, so we're just about to go inside, but we're going to show you the social distancing and what they've got here, because when you walk through the dealership, it has a heat sensor which will, if you have a temperature, it will come up and it will show you. Look at this. Okay, so when you walk in, you have to keep your distance. As you can see, that is all around the dealership. It is currently assessing Paul to see whether he has a temperature. If he has a temperature, then it will come up on there. Oh,
It's green.
so you're...
I'm ready to go.
Enjoy the dealership, man. I'm okay as well. I'm in the green. How cool is that? Hello, hello. What's my hand? Oh, how's my hand is green. That's mad. Okay, we're gonna give you a little walk around and see what is in stock. It just feels really cool to be back in a dealership. It just, obviously being in lockdown and everything, and now they're open again, it's just really exciting. One car which you are greeted with straight away, and that is the Urus. Actually, let's talk about this, because as you know, GTR is on my search. AMG GTC, which is here. So convertible is not in the mix, but they are cool.
This is a bit of me. Very rare in the UK. 60 grand. I think it's done about 5,000 miles.
I know.
But left-hand driving manual is the only thing that I would struggle with. Living in the UK, you wouldn't be able to get into car parks very well. No McDonald's drive-through.
I had the Corvette, mate. Left-hand drive thing works because I had the Corvette, so I know exactly.
But they're wicked. They're so good.
60 grand is a hell of a lot of car for the money, isn't it? I think, do you know where I think they look the best, mate? They look the best from the back. And they sound good. 60 grand. So Paul has been looking at this. An old RS6.
I call it old RS6.
But it is.
Previous generation RS6.
Oh, but people... Previous generation RS6, old. But RS6 Performance, actually, yeah. They're amazing value for money at roughly £50,000. It's crazy that you can now pick up an RS6 for that value. Let's talk a little bit about my situation. A Shelby Mustang won't be coming to my garage. I'm really intrigued to see this GTR in a sec, and we'll get onto that in a minute. We have a very nice Aston, which is here as well. Again, not a bit of me. So as you can actually probably hear, the phone has been ringing here constantly. We were just talking to Dan, who's one of the sales guys here, and we were saying, you know, what's been going on while everyone's been in lockdown. There is actually not much stock around here because
they're running out.
They've basically nearly run out of stock. They were doing roughly 380 cars within the first month of lockdown, and they've total over the whole lockdown period, etc. They've done over 800 cars sold. So then there are lots of gaps of cars which are here. Obviously,
they can't buy any more stock.
Can't buy any because all the auctions are shut. While you're here,
yep.
What should be my new? Well, we're here to see the AMG GTR. That's what. Could that be the sub £100,000 car?
Great value. They've come down a lot because I think new they were like 150, 155, something like that.
They were going over list at one point.
Yeah. I loved my AMG GTS. Like, it is a daily driver that you can really use as a supercar as well.
Yeah.
I call it the European muscle car. So it's a wicked hot rod, front engine, really long nose, but it actually goes around corners. And the GTR is obviously the better version of the AMG.
It's the big dog. I can't believe they're 100 grand.
I know. Mad. I paid 107 for my AMG GTS.
And now GTR. Well, some are under 100.
That GTC would be like 70, 80, maybe 80.
Maybe 80 grand. Let's have a little look at the SUVs. This has a very cool paint job, as you can see on this Range Rover SV Autobiography. I wanted to just show you this paint job because it is awesome how well this looks. And I don't know if it's actually coming across on camera, but this actually really does look good. I mean, that is just awesome. SVRs are just awesome. And one fact about SVRs as well is that they've actually held price really well. I was talking to a lot of guys about this, that the SVRs are around about 80 grand, but they've not dropped, they're just holding, which is positive stuff.
There's actually a car here that I want to suggest to you.
I know what you're going to say because I can already see it.
Not this particular car.
But it is actually...
Let's talk about the new generation of the Cayman GT4. I know it's not like a like-for-like replacement, and it's not an upgrade compared to the GT3 RS, but the new Cayman GT4 is sick. Mate, it's got the 918 seats.
918 seats, which you'll just see just in there. Oh, see a bit more me than the car. I really like the old one. Not too sure on the plate. I don't know why people do that.
They sound better.
They sound better.
This one sounds better.
Definitely. Okay, well, let's walk a little bit further so we can see what else is here.
DB11. I know how much you like Aston.
I mean, it is cool.
It's so cool.
I really like Astons.
I would buy a DB11. The face behind the camera is you going.
I actually love them.
Mate,
No, that is actually cool.
I would have this.
Yeah, 70 grand?
No, 90.
90. I was giving you a trade bid. Tesla!
Hey, they do well on your channel, eh?
They do well. Last time I uploaded a video of a Tesla, it nearly got 1 million views, so let's keep filming that.
Okay. We've just looked at DB11, we've just looked at GT4. This has a totally different...
That is so cool.
road presence.
Flipping hell. I've not seen one like, you know, can I just say something? When you're actually in the market for something and you look at it, it's completely different to if you just walk past it. Does that make sense?
No, I tell you what does make sense though.
What?
Is looking at something online versus seeing something in person.
Yeah.
How many times have we looked at ads on AMG GTR?
How many times, how long?
When you see one in person, you can just get the sense of its size right up.
Flipping hell. That is a cool bit of kit, isn't it?
This is a mega car. 100 grand. We're saying that as though that's cheap. Considering the value.
Considering we finance everything. That is.
100 grand is like what? 10% down, 10 grand, and you're looking at late 900s a month.
Mate, this car is stunning. Yeah. Can I just reiterate the fact, ladies and gentlemen, that this specific car sold an hour ago. So I'm too late to buy this. If you think I'm lying, call up Saxon 4x4. No, actually don't do that. But
this is still for sale though.
Thank you, Paul. But there are other GTRs on the market. So this one is sold, but that is flipping stunning. Like, I'm looking at that being like, for 100 grand, I'm not sure what else you buy for that amount of money. What we're saying is that £100,000 is good value for one of these cars. And we finance our cars, we don't have the money to go and buy these outright. So in terms of value for a supercar, this is incredible value for a supercar at the moment. If you consider that these were 150, 160,000 pounds, they're now sitting at 100, they've kind of done their money. So when I'm looking at something like this and I'm thinking about jumping into it, they've had the main blow, and how much further can they go?
Quite a lot.
How much further?
No.
Don't say that.
I'm joking.
They're not. I mean, I won't sleep at night. If you can't,
perfect timing to say it. We should just get one each.
Yeah, well,
that'd be sick.
It would be. Okay, but honestly, it's just good. It honestly, mate, the more I look at that, I just think, you know what's actually really good about AMG GTR is you can use it. Day to day, driving, you could just actually do many, many miles in it. And I think that is one thing with it, is what is mega. And you could go on road trips, you could take that whatever you want. And I just think and actually put miles on it, you could use it and actually just enjoy it. And potentially take it around a track. But this is not something I'm looking forward to taking around a track. This is something where I'm like, oh, you know what? Actually drive it and use it as a road car. That's what I'm really looking for here. Very cool. You can see you've got a lovely bit of carbon back there. The wing's actually not carbon. I know that's an actual extra pack which you can get. If we actually, I've got the key right in my hand, but when you look inside, this has got the buckets, so you can actually have the performance seats. I personally prefer the buckets. These are sort of more comfortable. Is that true? Don't know. He's got no idea. Anyway, but yeah, the buckets, and it also has, well, this is like the track pack, so it's got the roll cage in it as well. So if you have these seats, it means that you have the roll cage in it as well. So that is actually a big option. Another, well, obviously, how cool is it in here? You have the older dials, but who cares? It's flipping madness. That's one thing. You have your traction control just up there and everything else. So Alcantara wheel, it is just a cool engine start just down there. Very good. Anyway, but one thing you will be able to see straight away is that these calipers are yellow. That is because this does not have the carbon ceramic brake option, which is around 5-6 grand probably. They are.
Tony had a massive problem with the ceramics, so I don't think this is a bad thing that it doesn't.
As a road car, do you need ceramics on the road? No. After looking at them in person, it's like, I don't know what else. Plus, can I just say, you can put aftermarket wheels on it.
Yeah.
You can put a wrap on it, obviously. But it could look, you can make it look like 250 grand with a set of wheels on it and a wrap. Just saying. Honestly, put a set of aftermarket wheels on that bad boy.
In all seriousness, like when you see it parked up like this is one of, if not the coolest car that you can buy sub 100k. Because we've also got another car that you can consider, but when you compare the looks of them, this looks like genuinely doesn't look that special in comparison.
Well, how much is this R8 Spider, Paul?
I actually think that's quite cheap. I think it's done 28,000 miles. I mean, I make up as I work it, but I'm pretty sure that car's done 28,000 miles, so around 77 grand.
77 grand, so you could potentially put 7 grand in and pay roughly £700-800 a month for one of them?
850 maybe.
850? Good value. This debate, I don't want to go on too long. I want to get this sorted as soon as I can, but I know I said on my channel I was going to do this within 2 weeks. I'm on the hunt and I want to get it sorted as soon as I can. And I'm just looking on the internet just to find the best sort of prices and then the best spec and just get it right, because it is, you know, the next decision I make is a very, very important decision and you've got to get it right. So if you have any listings, fire them over to me so I can have a look, and then we can sort of go from there, because I think in terms of enjoyment, bringing different content to the channel, it's yeah, it's going to be cool. And also next week, this video is going up I believe on the Thursday, but next week another car. I've mentioned it quite a few times on my channel before that I've ordered a certain car. Well, it arrives next week. My M8's here next week. So that's mad. Like I said, I just want to do mad content and do mad stuff. Isn't that right, Paul?
We're allowed back outside within reason.
Within reason.
And
within reason.
we've had a few video calls, we've had a few phone calls.
We've had a few. We've spoken to each other a lot during lockdown and trolling Tony on our WhatsApp groups. But anyway, what I want you to do, get in the comments, is the GTR the right car? Because we've got to get going, we've got to get sorting it, and we've got to get going. Paul thinks it is.
I'm going to say yes.
Paul's probably going to send me a million listings when we get home.
Well, no, I can only send you 12 because there's only 12 for sale.
There's only 12 for sale. I hope you've enjoyed it. Leave those comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you all very soon. Hopefully with a new car. Well, a new car's coming next week, but another new car joining as well. See you soon.